This is a live
Be
look
gentle.
at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Washington Huskies and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. This running back has been revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has
The Huskies arrived to Gainesville after a 5.5-hour flight from Seattle.
Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15. They are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Working the ground game. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Throwing, Williams. Fires immediately. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down. That'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Right side, it's Coleman Williams. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Third down from the gun, Williams. It's caught. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
From the gun. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Huskies. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Jones wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled it. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
Another completion on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hand it to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll run it on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Williams. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well run him again. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Well, in the last 2 plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable 3rd down situation.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion. Trying to run, it's Carr.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Hits inside. It's Washington. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Never getting stopped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Pulls it. He'll toss it. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
4th down, Williams. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Long way to go on second down. He's looking to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Pryor. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gators come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Straight ahead, it's Pryor. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, man, and how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. The Gators going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Between the hashes, it's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer. And that guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside. It's Pryor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Williams. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Williams looking for a man. And that one's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Soft spot in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. Williams to the air again. Throwing right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
2nd and long here. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And he gets rid of it.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I tell you what, these gloves nowadays are amazing. You see this more and more. Who needs 2 hands? You just go up with 1 hand, pluck it, bring it down for the catch.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Throwing, Williams. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Fresh set of downs going up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's a give to Washington. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bold Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Off-play action. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Singleton. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll try to take it back. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Gators sending the offense back to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. The screen, and watch out. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The Gators are flying down the field. Drops back on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. A pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee in this. We'll start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run him again. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Here comes the offense on first down. Handoff for Ball.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Making the adjustment. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Looking for a man. It's Pruitt. Rush is on. He's on the move. Great awareness, picks up the first down and slides at the exact right moment.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. Pass to 6. Touchdown, Florida! Great job by the back on the option. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And he's going to try to return this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll start on the ground with Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Could be an alley. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to Washington. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Finds his target. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going with the counter play here. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To throw, it's Pruitt. Look out! And they got it.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.